Hello, this is Z with Small Scale Development, where we're going to take you step by step through a development process from start to finish so you can learn how to do it for yourself. So today we're going to look at a new project. This is going to be what we're going to call the Washington Street project. It is, hopefully you see my screen right here. It is these 4 lots right here. And so this is on the city GIS website. You should have hopefully a GIS website that you can use for the location that you're wanting to build in. So you bring up the GIS site, and typically there is a way to do some measurements. So I'm going to just first look at what it measures. So it's from corner to corner. It is 100 feet, and from front to back, it is 130 feet. Clear that right there. So that gives you just a basic idea of what it looks like. Now there's a street right here, Washington Ave, and this is an alleyway. And so next, after I take a look at the overall measurements here, I can look at the imagery. So, and those are right about this. The site is kind of right about here, and there's a tree right here. As you can see, there's you may be able to see there's an alleyway right here, but then there's trees again. So what I can do is I can take the land records off. You can see the alleyway that's been built out, and then this is all covered with trees. So that's something that we'll have to clear out to make an alleyway. If we want to use the back, we could just use driveways from here. But if there's an alleyway, that's a nice feature where you can get a lot of the parking in the back, make front porches in the front, and make a nice streetscape that's friendly to the neighbors, and get all the cars parked at the back. Next, what I will look at is, well, there's not necessarily in this order, I'll do all of it before, but I will look at contours. So I'm gonna bring back the other the street layer, so we can get a feel for that. And we're gonna come back over here and look at the contours. I'm gonna click on the land records here, and here we can see these go 1274 to 1273. So these are 1 foot increments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 feet from all the way from the back to the front. So let's say we come down here and we park in the back. What we might want to do is put a little retaining wall right here to get the parking up a little bit higher, and that way we can get the buildings a little bit lower. If we try to build, from front all the way back, we're going to have to put this building. Let's say we have a building that goes from here to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to have to be 6 feet out of the ground at a very minimum. If this is the right spot right here. So close to the street, that would have to be up 6 feet. So if we can put a little retaining wall here, we can drop the building. We can keep it a little bit flatter. That's a little bit more advanced than I really want to go into right now. That is more once we get into a little bit of the design, but just something we can think about. The next thing that's really important is zoning. I'm going to take the contours off. This is zoning is RIU, which stands for Residential Intermediate Urban. This is unique to Fayetteville, so you're probably not going to have this name of zoning in your area, but we'll look at the zoning code in another video, so you can kind of see how do you actually decode it. What does it mean? And so this is DG, Downtown General, Neighborhood Conservation. There's different zoning designations that allow you to do different things. For the example, this one, you can do 4 units per lot. So you can do multifamily up to 4 units per lot. This is downtown general. You can do commercial, you can do apartments, you can do 5-story building. Here, I think you're limited to 2 or 3 story. And NC, that's more of a single family designation. So we'll go over what this means, but on another video. The other thing that's really important is the utilities, so water and sewer. So here, I'll just bring up the sewer. I can't zoom in anymore, but you can see it's 8 inches. And that's pretty good size for a small scale development. And we also have water, and that's 6 inch here. So we're covered here. Sometimes water or sewer may be in the alleyway. If we go back here, we can see there's sewer in the alleyway. And sometimes there's no sewer at all. Or so, for example, this lot here, you can see there's water, but there's no sewer. My guess is it probably ties into here, but we just don't know. But there's no sewer at the street. And sometimes you can find lots that just don't have any access at all. Maybe they just it was never built. So that's something that's very important and can be expensive to build. So keep that in mind. And I think that's about it for today, for this video. Just what I wanted to show you. I guess the other thing, one other thing I just want to show you, which you can kind of see, is any rights of way or easement. So this one does not have any. It's just, it doesn't show any right of way or easements other than the streets and the alleyway. Sometimes you may see a weird thing that pops out. You can see a water meter here, so we can tie into that. But sometimes maybe over here, you can see an easement that shows up on the property, and that maybe there's a gas line running through there or something else that you'll have to either figure out whether you can remove that easement. Maybe it was there and it's not needed anymore, or maybe it is needed. Another thing here, we got fire hydrants, and sometimes, if you're splitting lots or building a lot, then the fire department may want a hydrant that's within a certain distance. And so with that, we'll close it for today. And that is the start of our Washington Ave project. And signing off, this is Z with Small Scale Development.